Buckminster Fuller said the best way to solve a problem is to identify the problem first. Don't try to jump right in and work on solutions until you've found out what the problem is. So the problem that we can all agree on, regardless of who caused it, is that there's too much greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. If we could solve that one problem, a whole bunch of other things would happen and make us all happy, right? So what's the solution to that problem? It's quite easy. Put back the carbon sink that we took away to make room for our food. It's a simple deal, right? So you take carbon sink, which is like putting carbon down a sink. It's called a tree. If you let trees grow back, then you have less CO2 in the atmosphere and more CO2 trapped in cellulose of the plants. But how the hell are we going to do that when we still farm the way we do? 12,000 years ago, there wasn't a single farm on this planet. Today, we farm the size of South America. 12,000 years ago, there were 1 million people. Today, there are 7 billion people. So, gee, I guess I better just stop here because there's no answer, right? Actually, that's not true. How can we give land back to nature and still produce food? High quality food, disease-free food, food on demand, 1 hour old food. Can we do this? Well, what do you mean, can we do this? We're doing it. Huh? Yeah, we're doing it. So the idea didn't start with me, but it did start again in a classroom that I taught in 1999, and I want to be part of your group, by the way. You have to ask me to be part of your group later, because I'm a very good teacher.
Sold.
Good. Because I bring this lesson to little kids all the time, and their eyes just go popping out of their heads. Can you grow food in a tall building inside the city? And the answer is, of course you can. There was a book called Old MacDonald Had an Apartment House. No, he didn't have a farm, he had an apartment house. It's a real book. And in that book, it shows you how to do it, but no one paid attention. Why? Because the time was wrong. The time is right now, okay? The time is right. How do I know this? Well, it's easy. I have this thing that I was going to read. That's ridiculous. That's what bad teachers do. They read. Good teachers show the examples and let you figure out the rest for yourself. So here are some examples of vertical farms that now exist. And you're saying, this guy still hasn't told me what a vertical farm is. It's a bunch of greenhouses stacked up on top of each other. They use high-tech stuff like LED lights, hydroponics, and aeroponics. It works. It works. Trust me, it works. Here's where you can go and find vertical farms in case you like to travel. You can go to Brooklyn, Gotham Grains, Bright Farms. You can go to Chicago, the farm and farm here. You can go to Singapore, Sky Farms. You can go to Linköping, Sweden, 14-story Plantagon vertical farm. You can go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Who wouldn't want to do that? I see someone in the audience that's kind of gravitating towards that. And that's called vertical harvest. You can go to Memphis, Tennessee and visit the Green Girls Produce. You can go to Local Garden in Vancouver. You can go to Green Spirits in, I'm going to block on the name of this place, but it's in Michigan. That's okay, I'll come back to it. And finally, you can go to Milwaukee and visit the Kaufman Vertical Farming Training Center. This all happened in the last 3 years. Vertical farming. It's what's for dinner.